Another day, another FBS team loses a player early to the NFL. Wednesday, P.J. Johnson, the father of 2 kids, used Twitter to announce that he has decided to issue his remaining eligibility at Arizona and make himself available for the April draft. "My kids are my biggest driving force, and I must do what's best for them," the defensive tackle wrote in a portion of his Twitter missive. Johnson spent just 1 season at the Pac-12 school after coming to the Wildcats from the junior college level. In that 1 season, the 6'4", 335-pound lineman recorded 31 tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss and 3 sacks. The tackles for loss were second on the Wildcats, while the sacks were tied for third. His pair of fumble recoveries were tied for the team lead as well. So much for a return to USC. Earlier this month, USC announced that Bolden, suspended from the university for a period of 28 months because of an off-field incident, had been reinstated, pending the outcome of a reopened investigation, and would be permitted to re-enroll in classes for the spring semester if he so desired. Based on a social media post, "That's not Bolden's desire," as the defensive back took to Twitter late Wednesday night to reveal that he will be transferring to Miami to continue his collegiate playing career. For what it's worth, there's no official word from the U on Bolden's addition to the roster. The move, though, would be the latest to what's been an eventful, to say the least, last few months for Bolden off the field. In late August, shortly before the season opener, Clay Helton announced that Bolden, who was set to be the Trojans' starting strong safety, would be sidelined indefinitely because of what was described only as a vague, personal matter. In mid-October, his name was finally removed from the team's roster. While program officials have declined to discuss Bolden's situation publicly, the player took to Instagram around the time his name was removed from the roster to explain that, 1. He was slapped with a 28-month suspension by USC's Student Judicial Affairs and Community Standards (SJACS) over an off-campus incident earlier this year, and 2. Because USC's Title IX office declined to even open an investigation. All of the off-field tumult has led him to withdraw from the university. From Bolden's social media post, the university's Office of Student Judicial Affairs and Community Standards (SJACS) believes that I am responsible for violating the student code of conduct pertaining to underage drinking at an off-campus party back in February 2018, wherein I participated in mutual trash-talking with fellow partygoers. As the vibe at the party turned unfriendly, I left with several friends. Approximately 9 days afterward, the party hosts reported feeling threatened by me that night, which sparked a USC SJACS investigation. After USC's Chief Threat Assessment Officer found me to not be a threat, USC's Title IX office declined to even open an investigation. I was not charged with any criminal activity, and several partygoers refuted the allegations. SJACS sanctioned me with a 28-month suspension based on the projected graduation date of the party hosts. While defending himself against the claims made against him, Bolden also apologized for his actions that February night. My behavior at the party was not reflective of my character, which my family, friends, teammates and many more admire, and for this I am truly sorry, the defensive back wrote at the time. At this point, I'm 100% committed to ensuring that the lessons I've learned on and off the field will carry me to the next level. Bolden was a 4-star member of the Trojans' 2017 recruiting class, rated as the No. 7 safety in the country and the No. 3 player at any position in the state of Nevada on 247sports.com's composite board. As a true freshman last season, Bolden appeared in 13 of the Trojans' 14 games. Prior to the off-field issue, Bolden was penciled in as the Trojans' starting strong safety in 2018. One Florida man has found himself in some federal trouble for his utterly despicable acts earlier this month. Monday afternoon, 39-year-old John Matthew Pinkham of Florida was arrested after allegedly making online death threats directed at the family of Tyler Trent, the Purdue superfan whose brave battle with cancer, one that inspired millions, ended New Year's Day as he passed away at age 20. According to the Daytona Beach News-Journal, the FBI has taken over the case and Pinkham will be extradited to Indiana to face a federal charge of intent to injure, a felony. Due to the FBI taking over the case, the felony charge Pinkham was facing in Volusia County has been dropped. In the original complaint, it was alleged that Pinkham posted threats on Trent's Facebook page directed at the young man's parents. "Can't wait till I can choke the life out of you. Funeral's coming and I will appear like the Reaper. Just wait until y'all hear what I do at his funeral. I promise I will make headlines. I will kill his mother. Just watch, I will be talked about forever. This is no idle threat." The News Journal writes that Volusia investigators said Pinkham posts to the Facebook page threatened that he would shoot up Tyler Trent's celebration of life ceremony, which was held Tuesday. Pinkham has denied making the threats and has instead blamed them on his girlfriend. The annual poaching of Nick Saban's coaching staff has commenced in earnest. Saban already knew he would be forced to replace offensive coordinator Mike Locksley, who accepted the head coaching job at Maryland in early December, Thursday, following up on speculation that had been bubbling since Jeff Collins accepted the job last month. Georgia Tech confirmed that, as has added Alabama offensive line coach Brent Key to Collins' Yellow Jacket staff. The specific job, Key, who played his college football at Tech and started his coaching career at his alma mater as a graduate assistant, will hold, wasn't confirmed by the football program. He had spent the past 3 seasons as the line coach for the Crimson Tide. In addition to Key, it's also being reported that Saban is expected to lose wide receivers coach Josh Gattis as well. Sources to SB Nation expect Alabama WR coach Josh Gattis to leave the Tide for a coordinator job at another school. Stephen Godfrey, at 38. Godfrey, January 10, 2019. While no specific school was mentioned, it's believed that Gattis will follow Locksley to Maryland to take over the Terrapins offense. This'll just never, ever get old. Dabo Swinney was a walk-on wide receiver at Alabama in the early 90s who went on to become the head coach at Clemson, a football program that has claimed 2 of the last 3 national championships. Each of those titles, as it turns out, have come at the expense of Swinney's alma mater. Wednesday, it was announced that Swinney, fresh off his latest win over his alma mater in the only game that matters, has been recognized as the winner of the 2018 Paul Bear Bryant Coach of the Year award, named in honor of the legendary former Alabama coach. This marks Swinney's 3rd Bear Bryant honor, making him the only coach in the history of an award that was first given out in 1986 to win it 3 times, Chris Peterson. Then with Boise State, it is the only other coach to win it twice. A native of Birmingham, Alabama, the 49-year-old Swinney has long been rumored to be the likely successor to the 67-year-old Nick Saban when he steps down in Tuscaloosa.